So, are they just failing to team kill you, or... How, how was it taking this long, Chad?
I moved.
How, how did... Oh, damn it, Chad. Oh, you spawned all the way over there. Why did you move again?
That was a mistake.
Okay, well, now that that is over with...
Yeah, I tried to get a little closer since I was so far away, but that I
No,
should
why,
have seen.
no! Why
I
would you...
know, I know.
You know, what are we gonna do? Okay, so... Initial scouting means, well, I mean, nobody's really moved out of their spawns yet. I don't think that you're supposed to move planes when it's like that, but... Well, here we are. Um, they, I just realized NGA has no carrier. They have 4 Des Moines. Wait, am I... 4 Des Moines, a Hindenburg, 2 Montanas, 2 Gearing, no carrier. Questionable. That's questionable.
Looks like NG are going BC.
I am really, really questioning the decision not to bring a carrier. Yeah, it looks like BC is the initial call from NGA's side, whereas MIAA is moving towards... Okay, that's going to get really annoying saying MIAA. I'm just going to say Argos. Argos appears to be moving quickly towards A. The advantage of having a carrier really going to be paying off as...
Just call them MIA.
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess...
very interesting strat here, going no carrier.
I mean, it really makes me think that nobody on the team has a Midway or Haku. I mean, that's the only possible reason I could think of that you wouldn't bring a carrier. And I mean, I think that's why they have 4 Des Moines, because they need something to cover the air.
I would think they would also throw in a Minotaur in that comp.
Well, considering Minotaur gets Citadel if you look at it the wrong way. This is an interesting strat. They are just power training to see. Questionable, if I'm being honest.
NGA are just about to start contesting B, capping it.
They do have a points lead. But, again, the complete lack of a carrier is, I keep harping on it, but it's such a crucial component of Tier 10 of any competitive gameplay. To not have a carrier versus a team that has a carrier is a massive disadvantage. If they manage to pull this off, I would be very impressed. So it looks like right now what we've got is Powertrain to C versus a split force between A and C for MIA, but NGA isn't really focus firing one side.
Yeah, I see NGA's gearing hanging around B. I wonder why he hasn't even set foot in it.
Yeah, it's not like, well, I think the reason from that is there's no safe spot for him to cap B.
Yeah, probably quite fair, yeah.
Well, given the crossfire, that because they didn't contest A at all, MIA's forces can just shoot anywhere that the forces at sea can't. But again, they are up on points, and as of this moment, they're not bleeding too much health, most of their ships. Although they do have a Gearing who's down to half HP. And their Des Moines is starting to get punished for his positioning. Stayed too long after the smoke ran out. I'm really wondering what their strat is. Or if they even have one. I mean, not to harp on them, but...
Okay, NGA are sending their gearing into B finally.
Right, but at this point... Well...
Oh, No, he dodged the torps, okay.
Ooh! Torp on, MIA's Grozovoy. Is he AFK?
Oh my god.
He's
NGA's
AFK.
gearing has been lucky. NGA's gearing at B has been so lucky. 2 torpedoes from 2 different spreads looked like they were going to hit him, but he just narrowly dodged them under the stern.
MIA Elfaras is AFK. He took a torp from a gearing, and he is going to flood to death.
Oh no.
That's huge. I mean, the loss of a destroyer. Well, the AA doesn't matter when there's no carrier on the other team, but this is looking bad for MIA right now. They're down a ship. They're starting to lose health points. Stone Smasher is getting focused pretty heavily, and they're about to be down 2 caps to 1. Even with the advantage of a carrier, they are still...
Well, when you bring that many AA ships to a composition, the carrier's job is much complicated.
Well, while that's true, there's nothing that HE spam can't fix to solve the problem of too much AA. But it's really the spotting that in a competitive environment, the carrier's job is less to deal damage and first to spot the enemies. And I mean, currently the radar bubble from NGA is huge right now, but they are bleeding a lot of health. They're about to lose a Des Moines. The Des Moines and the Hindenburg that are in sea are completely exposed to battleship fire and the Des Moines Thunderstruck 2016. And their battleships are sailing right next to each other, which means they can't create any crossfire. So all you have to do to angle against one of them is angle
the
against
Hindenburg,
both.
I think, let's see, DDAC, I think he took 2 torps.
Yep, he is down to...
half health or so.
half health, but Moondoggy is bleeding lots of health very rapidly.
Yeah, those Des Moines are in a very precarious position. Especially Caliban, I think.
Yeah, they are getting smoked up, but the thing is, the Hindenburgs and the Montana are going to push around, and they will cut off the angles until they find a broadside. And once a Hindenburg or a Montana gets your broadside in a Des Moines, you are done. Especially if you're not moving.
Oh, Polarberg's been detected. MIA's carrier has been detected and is within range of both enemy Des Moines, I think. If they would but rotate their turrets.
Well, here's the thing. Are you going to be able to do enough damage to HE spam a carrier? Because that's the thing. When shooting a carrier, you either kill it or you've done nothing. And it does look like Caliban is pointing his guns and shooting Polarberg.
I see torps headed towards the Montana. They will miss, yeah, by a mile, actually.
NGA's gearing has been spotted in B. Although it doesn't look like Bloodrain is paying much attention to that, he's more focused on sending deepwater torps to the Montana.
One of NGA's Des Moines near B.
Phase Star is down to 2,500 health.
Oh, he's on 600 now. Last sliver of health.
Looks like NGA's carrier was a no-show. That's incredibly disappointing to hear if you're them, but they seem to be functioning better than expected. They have the points lead and the caps lead, even if they are down ships, and they are, once again, they've got another Des Moines on 400 hit points. But good luck trying to spot a Des Moines in a carrier.
NGA's gearing in the middle of B is surrounded. All kinds of angles he can be fired at here.
Yep, and Moondoggy does go down, and the gearing goes down as well. So it looks like the carrier no-showing is really hurting NGA. They're going to lose B, and I would say it's probably
they're losing
over.
their second Des Moines at B very shortly here. He is surrounded. They're just pushing him. They're going to kill him.
Gunfighter is... The gearing is far too low to make a difference. The Montana is going to be HE spam down. I would say this game is probably going to be over very shortly. Caliban down to 2500 HP.
Yep, a Des Moines is bow on to a Montana.
That, to me, says overmatch. And lots of it. Shrimp takes a torp from the carrier. They do manage to trade. They are going to trade a Montana for a Montana, but with also losing Des Moines, they will lose B-Cap. There's really very little that NGA can do here.
Yeah, it's downhill from here for NGA.
Yeah, they are going to put up a fight, obviously, but really at this point, I am questioning how much they can do. Sit happens, going to take a torp from a Yu Yang. He's
I'm
down
gonna
to
have to ask them what the
20,000.
story is behind not going with the carrier.
From what I'm seeing in Twitch chat, it looks like their carrier was a no-show or a no-shoe. So that is really the only reason I can think of to not take a carrier is if yours doesn't show up. Yes, it happens. Going down. Gunfighter at 4,000 HP. He's just going to be suicide spotted by the carrier till the bitter end. And it's going to basically be Wizard of Oz versus 7 ships. Easy solo warrior. Wizard of Oz is showing lots of broadside to his Zao. He doesn't have much of a choice. Carrier strike is coming in. Taking heavy fire. On 8,000 HP. A brave fight, but... I wonder how long Wiz can prolong the inevitable end here.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that their CB didn't show up. That's a big deal.
Well, I don't think there's any bigger deal. I mean, you can deal with a backup destroyer. You can deal with having to throw in an extra Hindenburgers out because you don't have a gearing. You can
Every competitive plan should have one backup carrier player, even if they're not fantastic.
Just somebody with the ship in their port.
Right, right.
That is unfortunate, but such is life, and we will move on to game 2.